Our final guest on the Rise this afternoon is a fantastic vocalist, arranger, and all-round human being. Please help me welcome Aimee-Jo Benoit. Yay!
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you.
So, Aimee-Jo, you recently had your album release party on April 6th. What were some of the highlights?
The vibe in that room was really something else. I have to say the afternoon was a little bit tense, getting everything organized. And as soon as people started filling in the space and we got up on stage to start, I just kind of melted into this like love puddle. So I think that really was one of the highlights. I mean, the band was incredible. The whole night just kind of flowed and had this great kind of community feeling to it, and couldn't have gone better, really.
That's amazing. And had you been playing with these band members for a long time over the years, or was it kind of a new collaboration?
We've played together in bits and pieces. The horn section kind of they like travel as a pack. So I get them all when I when I book with them. And Mark Lamacher and I have played a couple of things here and there. Dan and I, because he lives in BC, we don't get to play that much together. Gosh, it's been almost like 20 years since I lived in Vancouver. So this was a new kind of bringing together of people that I have in my bank, as so to speak, which is why I decided to call them the New Assembly.
Oh, cool. I really love
Mhm.
that name. So, your new album is called Horns of Hope, and it's freshly cooked, newly released. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about the title of the album? Where did that come from?
The album, kind of while I was working on it post production, I had it just kind of titled as The Grief Project because I really didn't know beyond the feelings that we had at the time that the music was recorded. I didn't know how to explain it. And I was sitting at my desk in my office and I had this philosopher's dictionary. And I was kind of flipping through it and I was thinking about dilemma. I was like, this is a dilemma. Like one of the lyrics in the album from the Moon at the Window song talks about hope and despair and how, they're kind of like facing each other. And you can't have it without the other, right? And I thought, what a terrible decision to have to make, And so I'm flipping through this book, and here comes this philosophical idea of the horns of the dilemma. I think in the face of everything, we just decide, or I decided to call it Horns of Hope because in the end, you have to choose it. Even with some of the weighty kind of subject matter in the songs, I really feel overall like the album does have a sense of hope to it, even though there's some really, visit darker kind of things. So yeah, that's kind of that in a nutshell.
Well, Aimee-Jo, I wanted to talk to you for many reasons because I love your album, and 2, you're a cool person, and 3, most importantly, I wanted to let you know that your album Horns of Hope is the #1 album on CKUA's top 30 chart this week.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
That's so cool.
It's very cool and so well deserved, and congratulations. I'm so thrilled for you.
Wow, that's so, I can't, I've said this before, I can't say enough how much CKUA has meant to me, not just as a musician, but like as a person existing in this world. It's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning. I turn on the radio. Usually I hear Grant, and it's just like this wonderful way to wake up. And the positivity that comes from the community and the support for Alberta music and Canadian art, like Canadian musicians, and it's just I'm blown away.
Well, so are we. This is well deserved, and I'm just really so pleased and excited for you.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm very thankful.
I would love to play a song from the album. I was thinking about Moon at the Window. Can you tell us a little bit about this song?
Yeah, so this is the Joni Mitchell tune off of her, I think it's a 1982 album, Wild Things Run Fast. It's actually one of those songs that kind of snuck in behind us and surprised us a little bit with how it kind of solidified into this really groovy song. The lyrics are kind of what got to me first because I could really relate to this sense of like wanting to help your female friends or peers, community, learning how to be grateful for what you have and also how kind of ridiculous it is, the value that we hold in some of the things, because it's about, isn't it great that the thief left us the moon? So that's what hit me. And then, Dan's drumming and Karsten's arrangements on this just, I don't know, really, it just clicked.
That's beautiful. From the number one album of the week, the most requested, most played, this is Aimee-Jo Benoit, Moon at the Window from Horns of Hope.